My name's Mark Mathews and I live at Maroubra Beach. It's southern Sydney beach, and growing up here surfing my entire life, and it's pretty much shaped my career. You know, I was just lucky enough to grow up with some of the best big wave surfers in the world, in the Abbott brothers, and they took me travelling and got me, you know, the experience I needed in big wave. You just got to want the wave, you know, more than you're scared of it, because riding the biggest wave of your life is the best feeling ever. You just got to focus on that. We're lucky though that we've got a couple of really good reef breaks when the conditions are right, just south of here. Yeah, I guess the closest wave that we've got that's world class and heavy in big wave terms is Cape Solando. You know, any time it breaks, you know, we're out there. It's, you know, it's probably my favourite spot in the world. I've grown up, and Ross and Tom have been my heroes ever since I was, you know, first started surfing. You know, getting to go surf with them at, you know, my home break and take them, you know, to a new spot. Oh, it was unreal. I had a blast surfing with those guys out there.
To go with Mark's, it's an honour to go out there with him. It's perfect. I was like, oh, that makes life a lot easier. He's just come on in leaps and bounds. Like I surfed Jaws and I saw him out Waimea last year actually, and we caught a wave together. And I always was deepest, and there was Mark. He was deeper than me.
I remember we were paddling back out. We'd both ridden a wave, and we were paddling back out, and one of the biggest sets of the day come through. I remember looking up, and he just like got stuck on the boil, and I could just see him free falling out the lip on a good 20 footer. It was nuts. Mate, Ross has still got a lot in him. He's still a full-blown psycho. Oh mate, I love the fact that those two guys are still like charging as hard as anyone at their age, you know, 45 and 50. I'm 29 now, so it just makes me think, you know, I've got, you know, so many more years to be able to keep surfing and keep charging big waves. I'm not sure that I'll, you know, be able to do it as long as they'll do it, but I hope so.
My name's Kobi, I'm 33. I worked down at Bondi for 12 years as a professional lifeguard, and my role on the storm surfers is a safety officer. Anyone who knows Ross and Tom, like, they're just 100 mile an hour. They're like little kids, you know. You let them, take them off the leash and they'll just go, you know. So it's kind of hard to keep them, you know, contained a little bit. That's why I'm there to watch them, and, you know, sometimes back on my mind I know that something could go wrong, but, you know, I'm not going to tell them to pull up, you know. Like, that's what makes these guys such good entertainers and good surfers, because they just don't care. They just charge it. It's tough being a surfer doing this gig, because, you know, most of the time when we go on these trips, you know, my local's pumping.
I was out at a party. I took a girl who looked friendly. She seemed glad to meet me. I don't know. No, she spoke so sweetly. She seemed glad to meet me.
So, like, you know, I'm leaving good waves to go on this trip, and then we get there and I'm sitting out there for 9 hours watching the boys just pull in perfect barrels all day. It's just torture. It's like sometimes go home feeling depressed.
She had a smile that was amazing.
This is the main first aid equipment that we take on every mission. We've got the first aid kit, resuscitation equipment, spinal collar, defib, and the oxy bottle. I'm just here on location, just to, if something goes wrong, whether it be in the water, on the land, just to be able to be there and to react quickly and sort of help someone out if there's a major incident. You know, I can do anything from a minor first aid to resuscitation, so I'm pretty well equipped to handle any situation on this trip. The first trip I went on Storm Surfers, I remember getting a call up. I pretty much had day's notice. Shot down to Tassie with Ross and Tom and the boys, and was greeted with like 30-foot Pedra Branca. I'll be honest with you, when I first pulled up there, I was just like, oh, this is not for me. And I think after a while there, you kind of like started adjusting to it a bit. After 6 hours of watching it, studying where the best place to sort of to take off, and wasn't going to knock it back.
The beginning of surfing for me was pretty difficult. I wasn't a natural at all. It took me pretty much a month to just stand up on a whitewash.